Switching gears here, it's getting nicer outside and people want to get outdoors, but it's well known that chronic exposure to sunlight is responsible for most skin cancer among humans. Joining us now to discuss is board certified dermatologist Azadeh Shirazi, who is joining us here today. Azadeh, great to have you here with us today. Thanks so much
Hi,
for taking the
Brad.
time. Yes, all right, so let's
Thank you. Thank you
how
for having me.
certainly, how common is skin cancer and how does sunscreen work to prevent it?
Well, we see about 4 million people with basal cell skin cancer a year, and followed by squamous cell skin cancer, which is the second most common type of skin cancer, and then melanoma, which is the third most common and the most malignant of the three. And we see about 100 to 200,000 cases a year on this. With basal cell skin cancer, it is accumulation of damage, meaning it really matters how much sun damage you accumulate over a lifetime. Whereas with
Hmm.
melanoma, it really has to do with the number of sunburns you've had before the age of 18. So cumulative sun exposure definitely plays a role. It's the only thing that we can really control in terms of reducing our risk for skin cancer.
Wow, and clearly there are different sunscreens, many different sunscreens to choose from. So how should consumers read ingredients to know which are the most effective?
Well, I usually recommend a sunscreen with zinc or titanium
Hmm.
because they are mineral and physical blockers as opposed to chemical blockers, and they tend to block out the majority of both UVA and UVB rays. So, those are key ingredients to look for. The number on the SPF is not as critical. I recommend you wear something SPF 30 or higher. Once, you go past 30, there's not that much difference. You're not gaining a whole lot more protection in terms of the sun, in terms of the sunblock. Now, another ingredient would be Mexeril to look for. It's only approved at SPF 15 in the US, but that ingredient also does a nice job of blocking out a very wide range of UVA and UVB rays. But I always say, Brad, the best sunscreen is the one you like to wear because you have to like it. It has to feel good on your own skin. So pick one that you like, but preferably with the mineral.
That's a great tip there. All right, well, what is the proper way to apply sunscreen and how often should it be done when you're outside? Got a lot of people going to or trying to go to the beaches and the parks this summer.
That's right. So a lot of us don't actually apply enough sunscreen. So for the whole body, it says to you you're supposed to apply about an ounce, which is like a shot glass. For the face, I recommend you apply a nickel-sized amount. But don't forget the tops of the ears, the scalp, especially if you have a kind of thinner hair up top. The lips is another area. We do see a lot of skin cancers there, and it's often neglected. Tops of the hands and feet, back of the neck, those are areas that sometimes we may forget or not cover as much. I usually say if you're going to be outdoors for a long period of time, swimming or playing sports, really need to apply at least every 2 hours, if not more frequently, if there's a lot of sweating and swimming. And the best way really is protecting your skin. So rash guards are great because they cover the skin. You don't have to worry about reapplication. But those are some tips to keep you safe and healthy in terms of your skin this summer.
All right, you're giving new uses to my shot glasses. All right, so now as we're thinking about how does cumulative sun exposure throughout someone's life impact the probability of developing skin cancer, break this down for us because a lot of people, and I think about one of our colleagues who I was just slacking with a moment ago, we have these very questions about the probability of developing skin cancer and ensuring that you're applying the right amount of sunscreen so that you can avoid and mitigate that risk.
That's right. It's never too late because, we think, oh, I'm, in my 50s, the damage is done. But actually, new studies have found that for every decade of life that you protect your skin from the sun, you can actually reduce your risk of skin cancer by 20%. So
Hmm.
it's never too late, and you can always stop or slow down the damage. I usually say wear sunscreen every day, at least on your face, because you drive, you go walk and check the mail, all these things, you think about accumulation, sitting next to a window, all those things are accumulating of UV rays. So wear it every day, but you need a little bit of sun because we all need that vitamin D, right? I mean, about 5 to 15 minutes 2 to 3 times a week on exposed skin is enough for your body to make that sunshine vitamin that helps with fighting skin cancers and it's inflammation and all those things. So a little bit of sun is okay, but really have to be very careful in the summers.
Okay, so I was always told that I need to eat more carrots to take better care of my skin. Are there any sorts of diets or supplements that can help prevent skin cancer other than sunscreens? And am I doing the right thing in guzzling as much carrot juice as I do?
Yes, so you really want a diet that's rich in antioxidants, so vitamin C and E and A, beta carotenes, omega-3 fatty acids, as well as berries that have a lot of antioxidants. Some supplements that you can look for are HelioCare, which is a plant-derived supplement that helps reduce the sun damage in our skin. Vitamin C serum, which is a great antioxidant, and it helps with repairing the skin. As our skin gets exposed to UV, then our skin forms these free radicals, and vitamin C helps fight and repair that. And I tell my patients, especially those that have had skin cancer, to take niacinamide. About 500 milligrams of this supplement twice a day has been shown to reduce the risk of skin cancer, particularly squamous cell skin cancers.
Okay, and so how much sun exposure is healthy for the skin?
So I would say, it depends on your skin color. Now, if you're darker skin tones, then you may need more sun to make the sunshine vitamin, the vitamin D. But I would say about 5 to 15 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week in the sun is beneficial. It's not only great for producing the vitamins, but also for your mental health and helping you with sleep, because we know that sun exposure during the day helps with melatonin and helps you sleep better. So a little bit of sun is great and goes a long way.
All right, well, thank you so much for the tips, the guidance here. Board certified dermatologist Azadeh Shirazi joining us here today. Thank you so much for the time.